In this video, let us learn how to capture text content and how to validate text content from the UI. We'll create a one text content one.spec.js. So we'll create first we can make it as a clear for the console. We can make it as a clear clear. Okay, now we can start writing how we can able to capture the text content. Constant text expect, that is required. So we can write one text capture text content from application. We can provide async page. We can provide now. First one, await page.goto. We can provide our application URL. That is this one, application URL we need to provide. After launching our application, so we can wait some time. Wait for timeout. We'll provide on 3000 milliseconds. So afterwards, we'll capture the text content. What is the text content we can able to capture it? So we can go to our Orange HRM application. So we can see username is admin, password is admin123. We'll try to capture this particular text content. So we can inspect on the username. So it contains class. So we can try to write the XPath. Either you can use, which one means selector hub also you can able to use it, or you can write your own XPath. P, we can write P @class is equal to, this is the one we need to write it, but it is matching one of two. There are two elements it is matching. So what we should do, Control X, provide bracket, we can provide index. First element means it is capturing the username alone. So which one? Username hyphen colon it is. So I would like to provide -1. So now it is highlighted only username. So one of one only it came. So I would like to capture this particular XPath. Go to our editor. So page.locator. So we need to provide XPath dot text content. So we can able to store it in one variable constant username is equal to. So now we can try to print it. Console.log username details. Which one? That is called the username. Similar way, we'll try to capture the password. Password from the application only. See, this is the one. So password. So here password means if I can do inspect password, this also provides the same thing. So here paragraph, this is called the password. So instead of index 1, I would like to provide a 2. So it was highlighted password. Again capture this particular XPath. So I need to write the code in this way. Constant pwd is equal to await page.locator. So you can provide our XPath dot text content. So again we can try to print the value. password details. This is called the PWD. So once after capturing these two details, which are the details, the username details and password. Currently we are capturing from the which one? Application only. We will run and we can execute, we can verify how it works. So we need to provide the name, or we can execute the previous one. So text, we can provide text content one, text one dot spec dot js hyphen headed. Okay, we'll run and we'll cross check now whether it has capturing the text content properly or not. Yes, yes, fine. So username details, username colon admin, it has captured. Password details, password colon admin 123, it has captured. That's fine. So again, we will try to enhance our this particular test. How we can able to enhance means, so we'll go to our application. We'll try to provide the password, username, which is username admin, and password will provide a wrong. And if you can click on login button, it's supposed to provide some invalid credential it was providing. So we'll try to capture this particular one and we can try to validate now. Okay, yes, fine. So again we can go to our test. Invalid credentials. Invalid credentials. Yes, we will provide await page dot locator. Okay, we can try to find the locator now. Okay, expand this particular one and we can try to provide, if we can try to run this one, what is the value now here? It contains name is username, placeholder. Yes, it contains username. Yes, we'll try to write one XPath now. What is the XPath means? Input. We can write here or we can write here also. That's fine. We can write here slash slash input at the rate name is equal to username. We can write here also. Have you done any mistake? Why it is not highlighting username? Yes, it got highlighted. Yes, what the XPath we have written, that's proper. Or you can select the below also, it is provided ready-made locator also. Even if you can select that one also, fine. Dot fill. I'm just providing the valid username, but password I would like to provide a wrong. Again, await page dot locator. So we can provide the locator value. Again, we can go to our application. In our application, we'll inspect on the password. So what is the password? Name was PW password. So we can try to identify the name, password. Yes, it was highlighting that particular element. And you can try to provide the locator. There is a password. XPath we are written. Dot fill. I'm just providing the invalid. So actually admin 123, I just provided admin alone. After entering the username password, page dot locator, I would like to click on login button. So we need to bring our locator now. We can inspect on the login. So what's special here? What are the values we can able to take? It contains type is submit and next one called class is on particular class it contains. So we can take this particular class alone. So we can write it, that's called the which one? Button. Button at the rate class is equal to, we can write it. Yes, it is highlighting that particular one. Control A and go to our test script. We can write this particular XPath. Yes, we can return this particular XPath. There is a button at the right class. After writing this one, we will provide some timeout. At least we would like to see whether the particular test content is available or not. We need to check. Save this particular one and we can try to run this particular test now. Clear. We can try to run this particular test. So at least it has to be provided invalid credential. If the test is occurs, you can try to capture that particular text and we will validate. Yes, invalid credential is occurs. Now we need to capture that particular invalid credential and there also test content will capture it and we can subject for validation. So now we can write it capture error message and validate. Capture the error message and validate. We can do now. How to capture the error message and validate means again go to our application, provide admin, valid username, but password is wrong. So obviously it provides invalid credential. Okay, now we can try to capture this particular content. So invalid credential. So we can go with locator. Locator, it has this particular one, locator. Yes, it is highlighted. Copy this particular locator. You can use any locator. Okay, we can go to our test. So await page dot locator dot text content. So it always returns a text content. How in the form of is equal to, it returns constant error message. Okay, you can store it in any variable or invalid credential message. Okay, any message you can just provide. There is a variable name. Variable name can be anything. Once after getting this particular error message, we can validate now. How to validate? First one, expect error message triple equal means if exact match is available, it will become a pass. So how we can able to get the exact message? Again go to application, here invalid credential, or in the application itself we can capture it. Capture this particular content and again we can validate now. So this is the one way you can able to validate. Again second approach, expect error message dot to contain so which one means I need to provide? You can provide only the credential alone. Credentials dot to be truthy. Yes, we can validate now. This is the second approach, error message dot to contain. So to be truth is not required. That's enough. Okay. Next one, expect error message dot includes. So you can include anything. So you can include only invalid only. If it is, because the whole thing is returns true value, so to be truthy, we can just make it as a. So in these three ways we can able to validate our test, because this is for exact match and this is for if error message contains credential, yes, it will make it as a pass, and if the error message contains invalid, includes, it contains, then make it as, if it is true, make our test script as a pass. I'm just providing some timeout. Save this one, and can we execute and make sure whether it will be works properly? Okay, yes. Clear this particular text content. We'll see now. The test has to become pass. It has to be capture the test content. So it was validating. Yes, the test is failed. What is the reason it has failed? We'll try to verify now. Unexpected token located while parsing this CSS selector. Wait for page.locator. So actually it is a CSS value. For CSS p dot locator test content unexpected token locator while parsing the CSS selector page.locator. So again we can investigate in our test script. So what we have written page.locator text we have written. It is unable to execute it. So we can go with one more locator. We can try to get different locator. We can go here. So we can go with this particular locator itself, which is the locator, first locator. If it contains this particular text, it has to be executed. I'm sorry. Actually, the previous one also valid. I have written page.locator multiple times. That's the reason it was giving error message. So, because since I have done the copy paste, that's the reason. You no need to go with one more locator because I have written page.locator internally. So that's the reason it was giving error message. Again, we'll try to print this particular message. Log console.log. We'll try to print the error message. Error MESS. That is called the error message. We can save this particular code. We don't need to provide semicolon or anything. Even if we can provide semicolons, it's not a wrong. Okay, save this particular execution. Okay, so now see previously the page.locator of again page.locator I have provided. That's the reason it was giving that error message. Now we are provided a valid one only. Now if we can execute, Control C, clear, and again if we can run, it has to be capture the user details, password details, and error message, and it has to do validation successfully. So the test has to become pass. Fine. See, cross check about here. Username, user:admin. Password:admin. Error message, invalid credentials. And it was done the validation with 3 approaches. We have written a validation. Okay, we can write any approach. Even if we can write one also fine. Just for our knowledge purpose only, I have written 3 approaches of validation. So in this particular example, we have learned how to capture the text content. Okay, and afterwards, if we are providing how to validate the negative test also. Suppose there are negative test cases, we should automate. How we can able to do? We are capturing the error message and we are validating. So we have learned these many points with respect to this particular test. Thank you.